if you look at today's marketing environments, the problem is not that you don't have enough leads, is that you're not doing enough with the leads that you're currently generating. Now, if you're generating 10 leads a month, then yes, you have a lead volume model. But I'm talking to people that are doing tens of thousands of dollars a month already, which means you're likely doing pretty well in the demand generation process. But the rest of your metrics, meaning that the number of leads that are actually ending up being paying clients, those are garbage. And that's because you don't have a good enough nurture system. Okay. You're getting a lead, they're coming in, name them a phone number, and you're just trying to get them on a call as quickly as possible. And if they don't get on a call, you send them a couple texts, you have your center call them 3 or 4 times, and that's it. It's over, finito, that person's not around, let me go to the next person. And you're wondering why your business is running on razor thin margins. Well, it's because you're doing all the demand generation all by yourself because you haven't done step 1 yet. And then those few leads that you're getting through the door from all of that work, you're not nurturing them long enough in order to actually turn them into paying clients at a high enough rate. So let me just walk through a few systems that you can set up that don't involve you in order to do this lead nurture process at scale. So number 1, you've probably heard me talk about it before. I'll actually put A on this, is going to be what I call the new subscriber sequence. And the new subscriber sequence is going to be a 3 to 5 day email sequence of every single new lead that you have coming in the door. And are you going to try to get them to book a call and buy your stuff? Sure, why not? But it is a new subscriber sequence because they are brand new to your business. They watched a YouTube video, they saw an ad, they watched an Instagram reel, and they just became a lead, and you're trying to squeeze that lead dry as soon as possible. But we all know that the vast majority of leads, 97% of them, aren't ready to buy on the first day or the first 7 days or the first 14 days. So you need to kind of nurture them a little bit. And so instead of you manually nurturing them, or your sales team nurturing them on sales calls, your setters nurturing them on outbound dials, we want to try to use automation and systems to do most of the work for us. So our new subscriber sequence is going to be like a 3 to 5 day email sequence where every single new lead that comes in is getting warmed up to who you are, what the brand is, what your unique mechanisms are, what makes you different, and what should people come to you for, right? That's what the new subscriber sequence is about, and it's totally automated, and it's whenever somebody subscribes to your email list for the first time. A bonus tip from this is that those emails, they're likely going to open them on the first couple days, and instead of just being blasted by buy, they're actually getting value and learning a little bit more about who you are, so they're going to open them more likely, which is going to lead to a higher open rate, which is going to tell your email service provider that this person actually likes opening your emails, and it's going to keep you out of the promotions tab or the spam inbox, is actually going to get people to open your emails when you do want to sell them later on. The second key piece of this nurture system that you're going to be building is going to be a lead scoring system. Because what happens in a lot of businesses is that they rely on the founder to be able to pretty much define who is a qualified lead and who's not. And the issue with that is that you either have one of 2 options. One, the founder's the one closing all the deals, and they're the ones that are setting the calls because they know when somebody's good and not good, et cetera, and so they're bottlenecked. Or 2, they're delegating out to a setting team or a sales team, but the problem with that there is that they're not trained on exactly who they should be getting on the call, who their ICP is, who they should be trying to close, et cetera, et cetera. And we want some kind of lead scoring system because for this nurture system, for the people that are hot or ready to go, we want to be able to give them a little bit more of a tailored treatment. Let me give you a really great example. Let's say you go into, I don't know, a Cartier or some kind of fancy designer store. If you go in there and you're one guy, you go there with a beautiful woman, you have jewelry all on you, maybe they even have a couple of pieces of Cartier, they're probably going to treat you a little bit differently than the other person that comes in. It's a guy, he's 16 years old, he's by himself, he's wearing like a hoodie shirt and baggy pants. They're probably going to think that person's not as legitimate. And so you want to do the same thing. And by the way, Cartier or these stores, those salespeople have probably created their own lead scoring system in their head that they know that if a prospect looks like this or does these things, they're way more likely to buy. For example, if they come in dressed well, if they come in with a significant other, if they already have some jewelry on them, if they are asking specific things about the quality of the jewelry or looking at comparing different pieces together. These are all kind of little things that indicate in their head, oh, this person actually might be qualified. Let's spend some more time with this one. And then if the person in the baggy shorts over there wants to buy something and they show some of those other signs, then maybe we'll spend some more attention with them. So great examples of lead scoring indicators are going to be stuff like, let's say, qualification questions. So this could be how much money that they're earning, or how much weight they're looking to lose, or what their age is, or on a scale of 1 to 10, how ready are they based on the questions that they answer. Another thing could be number of pages visited. This is something that a little bit more advanced CRMs like HubSpot or stuff can do. But imagine if you would only look at people who match all of these qualifying questions and it had visited, let's say, 6 web pages. That would show that this person's high intent. Another great example is time since last web page, so that you can only show leads that have qualified because they are doing this certain income, that have visited over 6 pages, and the last page they visited was in the last 24 hours. I'd say those people are worth a little bit more of your attention than the people that don't have any of the qualifying questions, that have visited 1 page, and the last time they visited the page was 2, 3, or 4 weeks ago. Another really great example is number of assets downloaded. I think a lot of you might have multiple lead magnets. You've done multiple webinars, all of those things. And so imagine if you could keep track on every single lead of how many times they've downloaded an asset. If they downloaded 6, 7, 8, 9 assets and never bought, they're way more qualified than the person that's downloaded maybe 1 or 2 of them. And so we want to treat those people with a little bit more specialty, a little more care, a little bit more personalization than the person that's shown almost no interest in the business yet.
If you want my help installing any of these systems in your business done for you, be sure to book a call with my team down below.